Greetings! It's Maxo Diddly. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can optimize your 2D games in Unity using Sprite Atlases. Let's get right into it. So firstly, before we do this, you're going to need to make sure you have the 2D packages in your Unity project. They most likely are, however, go to Window, then go to Package Manager, and then type 2D in the Unity registry, and make sure you have the 2D package installed. You're going to need it for this tutorial. So we're going to press play on this project I have, which has 9 sprites. And we're going to look at the batches. And basically, a batch is a draw call. And the more draw calls we have, the worse our game performance is going to be. So ideally, we want to have those draw calls reduced. And by default, you're going to have one draw call per sprite, plus then an extra one, which is just rendering your game view. And when we only have a few sprites, it's alright. But when we have more complicated games with loads of sprites and loads of detail, it can get excessive for some devices. And the great news is, there's a really easy way to reduce this using Sprite Atlases. So I'm going to show you. So in our assets folder, I'm going to right click, I'm going to go to create, and I'm going to go to 2D. Then I'm going to go to Sprite Atlas. Then you need to give your Sprite Atlas a name. So I'm going to call it Atlas Gen 4 Starters. Then you want to click on your Atlas. And basically a Sprite Atlas is a single large texture that packs multiple smaller sprites together to reduce draw calls and improve rendering performance in Unity. So basically a bit like a Unity sprite sheet maker that requires no extra human effort. And what you can do is you have a list here, and we can put in all the sprites you want to put onto one sheet in this little array. So you can basically add a sprite one by one, or if you organize your sprites in folders, what you can do is actually just drag a folder full of your sprites into the array, and Unity will get all of the sprites in that folder and put it in your Sprite Atlas. There are a few other things to consider. So you need to make sure you get your filter mode correct, your texture settings, set them to what your sprites would be. Also, I recommend you tick Use Crunch Compression. This will dramatically reduce the build size of your game. And once you've ticked all of the settings, click on Pack Preview. And you can now see what they look like in the Sprite Atlas. And don't worry, they can be upside down. It's not going to change how they render on the screen. It may change how they behave if you use them in an animation. So you can just untick Allow Rotation, click on Pack Preview, and look, none of them are upside down now. And that's kind of all you need to do. There are a couple of other things. So if you don't notice the effect the Sprite Atlas in when you play your game, go to Edit, then go to Project Settings, then go to Editor, and then for Sprite Atlas, so make sure it's Sprite Atlas v2 enabled, or Sprite Atlas v1 always enabled, so you can see the effects of Sprite Atlas in your game. So let's press play and see what happens. Do you notice anything? The number of batches we have has gone down from 10 down to 2. And Unity will also tell us how many batches we've saved, which is 8. So what's going on here? So Unity had to do an individual draw call for each Pokemon we have on the screen. Since we had 9 Pokemon, Unity had to do 9 different draw calls, plus then 1 extra draw call for rendering the frame. However, with a Sprite Atlas, we've essentially combined all of those Pokemon into one sprite. So Unity only needs to do 1 draw call, or 1 batch, to render them on the screen. And doing this throughout your project can really improve the performance of your 2D game. You can also use this for UI images on a canvas. And the general idea is, you want to put things in the same Sprite Atlas that appear on the screen at the same time. That is how you reduce your draw calls the most. Don't put sprites together that aren't going to be visible at the same time. That's not going to help. You want to group your sprites together into, will they appear on the screen at the same time? If they do, put them in a Sprite Atlas. And it's really quick to see if it's having an effect, because you can see how many batches you saved. Now I'm going to show you a slightly more extreme example. So, I've got a lot of Pokemon on the screen here. I'm going to press play. Look, I've got a lot of batches, which isn't good. So I'm going to make a Sprite Atlas. So I'm going to right click, go to create, go to 2D, then go to Sprite Atlas. I'm going to call it Atlas Gen 4. I'm going to open the Sprite Atlas, and since I've got all of my Pokemon in the same folder, I can just drag and drop the folder into the objects to pack in. I'm going to enable crunch compression, and I'm going to click on Pack Preview. It may take a moment because I have nearly 100 Pokemon, and you might be thinking, Max, not all of the Pokemon are there. Well, if you look at this main button here, you'll notice our Sprite Atlas has multiple pages. This means we're going to be using more than one draw call when we're rendering these Pokemon. However, we're still going to reduce the amount of draw calls that are happening, so it's still an improvement. And we're going to save our work, and we're then going to click play. And if we look at our statistics, we still have a high amount of batches. However, we have saved 29, which is better than saving nothing. Now, let's stop and go back to our atlas. We can change the maximum texture size. So what if we change it to be 4096? Let's click on Pack Preview. You do need to pack the preview each time you make a change, so it applies. As you can see, we can fit most of them on one page, and we only have 2 pages. So if we save our work and then click play, as you can see, we've saved even more batches, which is great. Now, if we were to do 8192 and click on Pack Preview, all of the Pokemon now fit on one Sprite Atlas. So let's press play. And as you can see, we've now gone down to 2 batches. Since all of these Pokemon now share the same sprite, because we're using one page of a Sprite Atlas, it only takes one draw call to draw them all. And we saved 104 batches. So something to keep in mind. Ideally, you want to have only one texture page for your Sprite Atlas. However, some devices may not be happy with you having a texture size that's really big, so you're going to have to lower it where possible. There is a trade-off. A bigger texture size may consume more memory or be too much for devices you're targeting. It also reduces the amount of draw calls you have. On the flip side, if you need to target lower end devices where you need to have smaller texture sizes, you can still reduce the amount of draw calls, just not as much. It's a trade-off that will depend on your platform. Just one thing, make sure you have include in build, otherwise when you build your game, your Sprite Atlas won't be used. And that's it for the basics of Sprite Atlasing. Also, there are a couple of things to keep in mind if you found your Sprite Atlasing isn't working. Firstly, your sprites need to share the same material. Now, if they're just regular sprites without any fancy shaders, you can just give them the default sprite material and everything will be fine. But if 2 sprites have different materials, they can't be in the same draw call. Also, if for whatever reason you find it's not working, one thing which I've had to do in the past is reinstall the 2D packages. So go to Window, go to Package Manager, then find the 2D package, click on Remove. Once it's removed, add them all again. This fixed Sprite Atlases not working for me. Thanks for being a great audience, be sure to leave a like in the comment if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks for watching.